You could donate to a cause of giving our children a great education, a non-traditional education, but a powerful education where they actually learn about them. And we have so many different portions of our curriculum that is so different than any school that you've ever been to or ever heard of. So make sure that you donate. If you would like more information, we are looking for team members for the school, as well as all of the other projects that we have going on. We have several initiatives. One of our initiatives being our Techno Hub, our second one being our Life Skills and Training Center, and the third initiative is our school. You also know that we have the Black I Am Awards coming up. We are looking at doing a luncheon on April the 23rd. However, we will keep you in tune if we're still going to have that luncheon on that day or if we are going to reschedule that luncheon. But on the 21st, don't forget to come out to the beginning of our Soulful Thursdays again. It's going to be amazing. We have some very special guests. We have an artist coming all the way from Chicago. She is an amazing artist. She's written for a lot of the major stars. And now she's just branching out to her own, kind of like a Money Love, you know, how she used to write for everybody else, but then she came back and now she's doing her own music, and her music is better than any artist that she actually wrote for. I'm talking about her singing. She has an amazing voice. You know, my favorite song is Hers and Hers by her, and it's really amazing. But listening to some of her other music, she has some amazing music, you know, for lovers and talking about relationships. And one thing that we need, even when we're rebirthing and we're rebuilding, is realness of what's going on out there in our relationships, realness of what's going on in our families, realness of what's going on in our communities. Because if you can't look at the realness of things, then we'll never be able to change what's necessary to be changed. So with that, I want to go ahead and I want you to listen to a song by one of my dear friends, Mr. Ija Noah, and it is called Wake Up. And just listen to the words. You know, it's saying wake up and free your mind.
If it makes sense, we have to go on with it, you know. Yeah, hear what I man say. Right now. But each and every day I say, oh people now, here I say, freedom, Rasta people, them freedom, African people, freedom, the original people, they can find your body, but they can control your mind. So free up your mind, oh people now, who have been trapped by the demons of the beast. They are trying to destroy your mind and spirit, your heart and soul, your divine control, before they violate your body and destroy your world. They are waging all kind of warfare to distract and confuse your mind. Break them shackles, break them chains, don't let them control your brain. Break them shackles, break them chains, even though they change your name. Wake up, and free your mind. Wake up, and free your mind. If they control your mind, they can control your thoughts. If they control your thoughts, they can control your actions. Practicing to take their baits that will lead you to self-destruction. With your self-defeating, self-destructive actions, doing exactly what they want. As you fall in trap. Say, a pure manipulation. Them unleash, them demons and them beasts. To raid, ravage and feast. So wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up and wake up and wake up and free your mind. Wake up and wake up and wake up and free your mind. Wake up and wake up and wake up and free your mind. They create a school in shit to prepare in your mind for manipulation with your lies and your propaganda. Essential concept your mind for more lies and falsification. To the leaders and your institutions, we make up rules and more distraction. Confusing and mixing up your mind. Do you know what are the plans? I say it's mind control. And even every Ramians, they wanna steal your soul. So wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up and wake up and wake up and free your mind. Wake up and wake up and wake up.
And we are back. We are back here. It's your girl, Dr. Harris, live here at Black I Am Radio. And today we have a very special topic, and I can't wait to dig into it. You know, if anyone knows me or anyone has followed me, you should realize that I'm a spontaneous type of person when it comes to my messages. A lot of times I might wake up and it might just be there, just ready for me to expound on what's in my heart and what comes to my spirit, and then what transforms to my mind. So today we're going to be discussing some really important things. But until then, I want to go ahead and get you in the mood. I am so excited about the musical talent that is around me. That was, again, Ija Noah with a great message. Wake up and free your mind. It's necessary for us to renew our mind, to get things in a place that we're no longer suffering with mental health issues, but our mind is free. You know, every day that you wake up, it is a possibility for a mental health issue to hit you or your family. Why? Because life happens. And mental health, again, I need to remind you, mental health and mental illness are two totally different things. Mental illness is a chemical imbalance, whereas mental health is anything that happens from tragedies, situations, and all of the things that, you know, we go through on a daily basis. One thing's for certain and two things for sure is that we all live to die. And that's why I told people, on Facebook this morning, I woke up with this and I said, I went to sleep with this portion of it. It came to me last night before I went to bed. You know, all of these people have all of these names for the Most High. And what it continues to do is separate us. But when you look at what the Most High is to all of us collaboratively and individually, the Most High is life, because every single day that we wake up to life by the blessings of life, by the mercy of life, by the, all of the things that we know is that regardless of what your belief system is, regardless of what religion that you've been raised in, one thing that we all can agree on, and see, what we have to do as a people is we have to come to an agreement. We have to come to an agreement that we will not allow our nationalities, our religion, and our ways of life to separate us. So, therefore, the rebirth of the Black nation is rebirthing, and this is another rebirthing tool. Instead of us discussing a belief system, what we can discuss is what we do every day. Who's in charge and who is the manifestation of every day that we wake up. And every day that we wake up to life. And that is a blessing in itself. So thank you, God, for the revelation that in the rebirth of the Black nation, the only religiousness that we will talk about is life. We won't debate on a belief. We won't debate on a book. We won't debate on none of those things. The only thing that we will do is come to an agreement that something higher than us wakes us up every morning and gives us life. So I have renamed all of the names: Jehovah, Allah, God, Ra, Yah, whatever it is that the name has been. One thing that we all can agree on is that we are influenced and we are blessed, and that we are able to say, thank you for our life. So I call him life now, y'all. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Again, it's important for us to use strategies that will not separate us. And this is one of the strategies that the rebirth of the Black nation will use to influence and enhance our people's minds, to help us to understand. We don't have to argue about what's in our hearts. The only thing that we have to know is who gives us what? Life. And so I choose life because I choose to live. And I thank you so much for the download this morning of this show. I choose life, so I choose to live. And it's so important that we as a people understand that all of us have come from different walks of life. But one thing that we can agree on is who gives us life. Again, I choose life because I choose to live. And so with that, with these music artists, Ija Noah, he talked about wake up and free your mind. And, that is one of our reggae artists. That's an international artist, but he refuses to sign with anyone in the industry because he understands that sometimes you can get caught up in the industry. So when you stay independent, you have full control of your music. And with that being said, my godson, I'm so proud of him. He's 10 years old, a gentleman, a powerhouse, all of the things that you would ever think, for a child. But it hasn't always been like that. He had to grow into that. And I thank him. I thank him because a lot of times, when he walk in the room, he actually lights up the room. And that's what we want to see. We want to see life giving light to our children so that they can be manifested into their greatness. And he is not only a martial artist, but he also does music. So I want to feature his song on my show today. You might have heard it before, but I want you to listen to the words because although he's a child, it says, do not let nobody despise you of your youth. He gets messages through his music. So we're going to go ahead and play Yah's Jungle. First of all, we're going to let Yah say hey, because he actually happened to walk in to the room today. What's up, Yah?
Hey.
Tell them who you are and what this song that we're getting ready to play means to you.
Well, this song means to me that this song is powerful to me, and that this song is so great. God told me, are you going to do this song or not? I said, yes, God, I ain't going to do it. I am going to do it. I am. Because I am. And that's it.
All right. So why Yah's Jungle? Why that name for this song?
Because the beat sounds like you're in a jungle. Because you have the flute in it. And that's how I make it the Yah's Jungle.
When I heard Yah's Jungle, You know what I thought of? I thought of a young child that was, influenced and that's seen a lot of things, but always had something inside of him to get him out of the jungle. That's what I thought when I listened to the song. But y'all tell me what y'all think. It's an amazing song, Yas Jungle.
I know that it seems so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop and don't you give up until you reach the top. Then there's more to come. I know that it seems so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop and don't you give up until you reach the top. Then there's more to come. 1 plus 1 equals 2. My right, my left hand be so demanding. Sometimes I can't remember the answers. I'm getting frustrated. But not that complicated. Stay focused, need more patience. Ask God for the mix of balance. The one that defend this challenge. Full armor battle mission. Born with a nice vision. 3 days and have a purpose. My chest is so high pumping. My chest is strong, ready go. Distractions they come and go. Wicked enough, I do know. The surface here I will crush. I'm getting rising, no rush. Seems so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop and don't you give up until you reach the top. Then there's more to come. I know that it seems so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop and don't you give up until you reach the top. Then there's more to come. Run fast, run hard. Taekwondo car. Pull up, face up. Young kids stay tough. Toughen up tonight, give up, no doubt. Mind grinch up, mind chin up. Eyes open, mind open, ears open. Keep hoping. I can't make this stuff up. My will matter, seafood platter, DC diamond, count back 10, feelings like when peace be still. Good Lord's real, what's the deal? Won't stay still, how I feel. Be thyself, and that's real. I know that it seems so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop and don't you give up until you reach the top. Then there's more to come. I know that it seems so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop and don't you give up until you reach the top. Then there's more to come.
That song is so amazing, y'all. It is really amazing, and I play it often. He has a lot more music. Make sure, tell him where to follow you, y'all. I mean, this was not planned on our show, but tell him where to follow you at.
You can follow. I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Apple Music too, and SoundCloud. That's what I said, right?
Mm-hmm. And he's under Yah YAH. YAH. Yeah, I mean, just speaking of what we was talking about, some of the names that they got for God, Yah is one of them. So, there's something that, we have to understand, when they're children and they have certain names and stuff, they have to know what their name actually means. Yah is short for Yakata, but it's a very powerful name because Yah means God in Hebrew, or the Most High in Hebrew. So anyway, we're going to get off of that. That is a very amazing song, and you can follow him again on YouTube and all these other platforms. And he's only 10 years old, dropping the knowledge and actually pouring into people, telling them don't give up. Like, some people grown can't even pour that into somebody's spirit, but make sure that you follow Yah, and make sure that you listen to some more of his music, because he has some really encouraging music. Let your children listen to his music, because when they're going through something, these children, they flock to a lot of, younger entertainers. But a lot of these younger entertainers have very negative or worldly stuff, when it comes to their music, and their parents allow them to say any and everything. They allow them to dress any and every way, and it's just not good. So they need some positivity. So make sure that you follow Yah, and listen to some more of his music. And we're going to be doing a theme song, and Yah is going to actually be on that theme song too. We're going to play it a little bit later. We're going to freestyle, just have a little bit of fun before we actually go into the seriousness of our show, because I really have some nuggets that I want to drop today regarding the title itself. Remember, I choose love, I choose to live. That's what our subject and our topic is for today. So just ponder on that while we listen to our theme song, My People by Sir Gandhi.
My people, like, I just want to help them. They're going through so much, and it hurts to see them suffer. It hurts, but all I can do is pray. On my knees I pray, heartache weeping, cause I know my people plight is on the very deep end. From disease, drugs, or the homeless needing. From prostitution to the jail cells overpacked with black men. To the younger generation disrespecting their elders. To us being too much of consumers and not developers. To us being puppet slaves in white America. No more loving our heritage. We lost our African character. To the debt we pay to our bill collectors. No sense of community. We fight, dislike, and kill each other. The black men and women are divided like we hate each other. No more educating ourselves. We just stop at the college professors. I hate to say it, but we lost our sight in who we are. We let the devil taint our subconscious mind with all of this poison. Now we floating down the river lost in this hopeless void. If nobody else won't speak and tell the truth, then I'm gonna make some noise. I pray for they saving, follow the devil's a lie, so bastard taste my sword.
My people, my people, my people, my people are lost and need me to lead the way. My people, my people, my people, my people are struggling and dying each day. My people, my people, my people, my people need help in every way. My people, my people, my people, my people, I love them so much that
You can bring a horse to the well, but you can't get that horse to drink. I just want my people to listen and let the music help them think. Is it on me to lead the way? My Lord, am I even worthy? Cause I ain't been the same I should be, and my life's still kinda dirty, but I'm feeling it and I'm hearing it, and my spirit tell me to move. Cause I'm tired of seeing my people suffer, it's giving me the blues. So I'm going to sacrifice myself and give them all that I got. Cause when you really love somebody, that's what it's really all about. So I'm gonna pour myself away till it ain't no more for me to pour out. Don't be deceived by the deception. You are royalty in and out, and the truth and the proof is in Africa, our motherland. We built the pyramids, made mathematics and medicine. That melanin that's deep in your skin core is gold, my friend. So gain that true knowledge yourself. You a God within. Don't let them Europeans try to convert you into they devilish seed. Look for the hidden colors and go and find out your history. Peace.
My people, my people, my people, my people are lost and need me to lead the way. My people, my people. struggling and dying each day. My people need help in every way. My people, I love them so much that I pray.
I love my people, my people. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. If you listen to the words to that song was done, I think we did it in 2016 or 2015 or 2016. But the words are so relevant even today. So that means that our conditions from 2015 to 16, whenever that song was made, it still hasn't changed much. But hold on, because a change is coming, and y'all gonna hear a little bit about that in just a little bit, which is gonna be our theme song. And I'm so excited about it. I'm a freestyle on it today. But before I do that, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about some of the things that we've been seeing out here in this world system, in this news, and all of the things. There's so many killings. Lord have mercy. There's so many killings that the mayor here in Atlanta, he is starting to revisit the whole nightlife scenery because they're tired of people going to clubs and stuff. And even though they understand the importance of that because it keeps the city going, they also understand that it's an issue with it because people are dying. People can't go out and have a good time no more without being ignorant and pulling a trigger and putting somebody else's life in their hands. It's like really ridiculous, y'all. And guess what? It's not the police killing us. It's us killing us. And so these are some of the reasons that our communities cannot be the number one focus, that our mental, our personal development, self-love, this has to be where we focus first. It's teaching our people how to love themselves. See, one thing that I realized over time is that, yes, again, all of those things that we've done over time, like marched and all that stuff, it had its course. But now we have to do different things. Marching is not stopping us from killing each other because what has happened is we're marching on one street and on the next street, there's 5 bodies at the hands of one of our same people that's trying to fight for the police killing one of us. Y'all, how does that look? How does that sound? How is that something great about our people? See, we are powerful people, but we operate powerless because of our choices. And a lot of it comes from hurt, pain, lack of self-love, lack of raising. Some of the parents was not responsible for their children. And now some of our children are really running around like monsters in the street. But guess what? A change is coming. Why is a change coming? Why do I believe that? Because the way that we're doing things is now totally different than what we've done them. Yeah, we say no justice, no peace. We hold our hands up in the air and put our fist up in the air and we go around and we do all of this marching. But where is the mindset change? When is that going to happen? The only time that we're going to see real unity, the only time that we're going to see real change within our people is when our mindsets change. And the thing is, I'm in a no excuse zone. The rebirth of the Black nation is a no excuse zone because we have all of these excuses. Oh, the white man did this to us and these people did this to us. What are we doing to us? We're misleading one another through religious tactics. We are misleading one another through our portals of hurt and pain and acting like we're leaders. But in our reality, we can't lead anyone because we don't even know how to love ourselves. If you cannot really love you and really look yourself in the mirror, and what was that song that Mary J. Blige says, "Hey, gorgeous"? That song is a beautiful song. And you really have to really look yourself in the mirror and not have somebody else validate who you are, but you have to validate who you are. And that's what I love about Mary J. Blige's music. Shouts out to Mary, because Mary been ministering to me for years through music, through life's pains, experiences, and all of that. See, the Creator uses us differently. And some of us can only relate to music that we've been exposed to from childhood, because that's our pain relief. That's what keeps us from going out and, pulling that trigger. Sometimes knowing that somebody else is going through things through music. And so I just want to give shouts out again to Mary J. Blige again. She has definitely been an influence in my life when it comes to sharing her story through music. A lot of us, we have to find how to share our story and what is a healthy way to share it. Because like me, my book, Faith in the Struggle, I've been writing that book for like 15 years. And, I've had to tear it up all of those 15 years until now. Why? Because in that 15 years, I was exposing things that didn't have to be exposed. I can tell the story of my life, but I don't have to put people's names in it. They know what they did. They know exactly what they did. So why destroy some of the people which are family when we're in a mission, in a mode of healing our families by healing us individually? Because the truth is, a lot of our pain and agony come from family situations, whether it was generational curses, whether it was things that you really experienced. And a lot of it, when I was younger, was swept under the rug. They're getting mad at our millenniums because they're exposing all of the things that has been swept under the rug, and they're getting upset with them. But you have to understand something. If we would have had the boldness to tell what's going on behind closed doors, then our world would be in a different place right now. However, we missed that mark, but now we're picking up and we're carrying it out. It is important for us as a people to understand no more excuses. Be held accountable for your own actions. Be responsible for your own self. So if you're responsible for you, then that means that you need to learn how to love you. How can you expect somebody else to love you the way that you, quote unquote, want to be loved, but you don't even know how to love yourself to express that to someone else when it comes to love? And so it's so important that we touch on the things that are damaging us. A lot of us are damaged goods. You hear that? Damaged, but still good. Good because grace, because of mercy, and because of purpose. Damaged because of all the things we've been through, all of the things we were put into, and some of the things we placed it on ourselves. Honestly, instead of searching self, we went to search everything and try to be everything else around us. And we find ourselves bumping our heads because you can't be nobody else. All you can be is you. You can't change nobody else. All you can change is you. So with that being said, it is very, very important for you to find your relationship, your name, your connection with the one that wakes you up every single morning. And when that happens, guess what? That's when our world will really change. That's when we will get to a point of real unity. So I don't know about you, but let me tell you one more thing, because a lot of times when I'm speaking to you, most times I'm speaking to you without a script. Matter of fact, I don't do scripts. I just talk. I talk and I say what comes to my spirit. It touches my heart and I speak it out of my mouth. So what I want to say to our people is this. It's time. The time is now. The time is now. And I know that we have been through a lot. I know that we have been dealt a different deck of cards than what we're really worth. I know that over this time of building and rebirthing, that a lot of people are having epiphanies about who they really are. And the only way that you will tap into that again is by loving yourself. That's why when God gave me the title for our book collaboration, I am a curator of a book, which we will be having an author reveal party on April 21st here at Black People United Global Network. It is going to be the introduction of our Soulful Thursdays. And I'm really excited about some of the people who are authors. Some of them will not be here on that day because they are out of state or have previous engagements. However, we will let everyone know who our new authors for the Epiphany of Loving Myself are. And the theme, when did I learn to love me? Not when did I learn to love you? Not when I told you I love you, not when I felt like I was in love with you, but when did I learn to love me? And if you haven't learned to love you, that's okay too. Because if you're willing to write about it, then you can write into the healing of knowing that you can love yourself. It's so, so important. When you can hug and love yourself, and when you can wake up and feel proud of you without validation, then you have done something. Then you have really arrived. And then you will not accept all of the foolishness and all the falseness and all of the lies that come from other people. Now, what I do want you to understand too, in that fact, there are a lot of people that are growing. So whatever happened in the past, if you are holding on to that today, you still have not healed. See, a lot of times people forget things when they really, really heal. They forget them, not to say that they actually forgot about them, but they forget them so that there is no residue of the hurt and the pain and the energy that was created through whatever it happened, you know? And so if you're not at a place that you can forgive anybody that has done anything to you, why is it necessary to forgive? You're not forgiving for the next person, you're forgiving for you. And we do have another special guest in the room, and she happened to be Ya's mom. She works very closely with me here at BPU, but she's also an artist, a visual artist. She actually has some amazing art pieces, and she has a business called Naked Gallery, and God is just really blessing her with structure. And, you know, everywhere she go, people peeping over her shoulders, wanting to buy her artwork. See, she don't even know this, but I heard about it, you know, and it's going to continue to be that way. The reason why it's going to be that way is because God said so. Or, what did I say his name was?
Because life.
Because life said so. And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to introduce Sheba to the world. Now, Sheba's a little shy at times. You're going to hear her giggle and all of that. You're going to hear her giggle and all of that. But Sheba is the truth. And I'm going to tell the world how I met Sheba. Shouts out to Brother Haron, who died last year in February. He was actually going to be taking the role of my vice president for the rebirth of the Black nation. But Haron was a very spiritually in tune guy, even though, you know, he had a lot of people around him that didn't always agree with him. His words were so powerful. And when he said something, it's like when I seen him speak things, they would literally come to pass. And he told me, he said, you know what, Dr. Harris, you are so powerful. He said, you're not normal. You're not like a lot of other people. And because of this, you can't be, you know, you can't have everybody in your immediate circle. I want to introduce you to a lot of people, even a lot of these politicians, because, you know, I deal with them and they need to hear from you because they need your leadership. But there's one special person that I want you to meet, and she has a son, and I know that not only will she be faithful, but y'all will become close because y'all are one spirit. And when he introduced me to Sheba, I instantly felt this connection. I didn't know who she was, but I knew at that time that she was a protector. And the thing about it, is a few days later, literally 3 to 4 days later, Haroun took his last breath right after he introduced us. But you know what? His words did not return to him void, because today we are fulfilling purpose together. And, you know, she's in my immediate circle because he knew that I needed somebody just like her to be around me. So with that being said, Sheba, baby, tell them who you are and tell them what you do.
Hello, everyone. Who am I? I am a warrior queen, matter of fact, and child of God. Let me see here. How am I doing today? I am centered in balance and consistent. So therefore, like the wind on the ocean waves.
We know that because you going back and forth, girl. Are you nervous or you just swinging?
Oh my God, I am. I'm not nervous, but I do have a tingle in my spine. And just because I'm always feeling so empowered. And yes, Dr. Angela, we met last year through her room, and that was such a blessing added to my list. I am Yakada's mother. Naked Gallery, creating voices through art. I am a creative communicator. I speak through art. That's how I heal in the process. And I mean everyday healing, right? Because there's everyday life lessons to live and learn. And that's me. I homeschool my son. I don't regret doing that. That was one of the most amazing choices I've made in my life. And I teach him through art. And he learned through art because we are creative beings. We are this earth. So therefore we learn in pillars. And there you have it about me. Yes, I keep swinging, I know, right?
So Sheba, let me just ask you a few questions. You heard some of the things that I was just speaking of when it comes to life and live. When you think of those two words, life and live, what resonates with you?
Woo! Life, seeds, planting and sowing them life. I instantly see myself, not just because of my beautiful melanated skin. So life, we are this earth, life and living life, correct? Consistency. I embrace the pain, I embrace the joy, I embrace the healing, I embrace whom I am linked with. And I'm a firm believer in knowing that we have to be very mindful of whom we allow in our space, and I mean our mental space, because their energy can pour out onto us. And oh my God, it's like you're under attack. So, life, living, consistency in it. It's like how many trees are actually knocked down each day just to accumulate paper or anything of paper. That's how I feel about me and my people. Mm-hmm. Every day someone is knocked down, every hour, every second. However, we continue to grow and we continue to surface this planet beyond measures. And just like how Mother Nature is continuing to be chopped down and regrowing, rebirth of the Black nation, right, Dr. Angela? I adore that. That's my answer.
Okay, yes. Okay. Well, there you have it. That is Sheba. Sheba has a lot, that she has done previously. And one of them is actually she has recorded some music and now her son is musical just like she is, but, in another light. And I'm just so excited about all of the things that, the Creator life is bringing to Black People United. Again, BLACK is an acronym, for those of you who don't know, for Beautiful Living Ancestors Controlling Kingdoms. I am is irreplaceable, amazing melanin. And I am the founder of the Black I Am Awards. We honor our people all over the world for the amazing things that we do to not only build one another, but to build ourselves individually so that we can be of service to someone else. And so there's a lot of amazing people out here. We are now traveling with the show. I just got a call last week regarding doing a Black I Am Awards in California in July, and San Francisco Oakland area, and they already have the building for me, and we're just waiting to get some things put together. We also have the Black I Am Fashion Awards that will be coming up the week of Juneteenth, and we also have the Black I Am Commentary Awards, which is a mixture of the comedians and poets, our people, that express themselves through either comedy or through poetry. But a lot of them are very, very, very powerful in their words of experience. So I'm excited about that. We are also going to be hosting the Tamika Festival Niggas Night. We're going to have the King Poets coming from all over the world here at BPU Global Network on May the 6th through my dear friend, Georgia Tamika, me, girl. Hey, I love you. And I can't wait to see you. And we have a lot of different things that we're actually going to be hosting here at Black People United. Why? Because our people love to be entertained, but instead of us entertaining them, we are edutaining to build and rebirth the mindset of our people. So we edutain through poetry, through comedy. Yes, we're going to laugh, but there's going to be a message in it. And that's what I tell every single artist, whether it's a visual artist, a music artist, whatever type of artist you are, if there's not a message in whatever you do is all in vain. Because right now, we need the words of our strength and our people to come into the strength of our people so that we can become the strength of our people. And that's very, very important. I just love doing things spontaneously, and I love having fun. See, a lot of people want to act, this holier than thou and ziggity boo and everything is this heaven sent. Yes, see, the thing is, we have to learn to live in heaven right here on earth. And one way that you can live in heaven is find what it is that helps you to release and destroy your pain, that helps you to release the message to others. Find what that is. For some of us, we're multi-gifted. So we can do it through art, visual art. We can do it through music. We can do it through speaking. All of it is language, though. So one of the other strengths that we have to embed in our people is great communication. We have to learn how to communicate. And let me explain something to you. Communication is not just talking. Communication is listening. Communication is seeing. Communication is not only listening and seeing, but hearing. Because a lot of us listen, but we don't hear. We listen for a rebuttal. We don't hear the message. And the thing, we have to stop being so combative when it comes to the mission to bring our people together. I don't want to hear about your religious tactics. I just don't. Now, we can agree on life because life wakes us all up every morning. We can agree on, us living because every day that we wake up, we're living. But we don't have to discuss the things that we disagree on. Why? Because all it does is it continues to separate us. There's no, how can I say this? There's no wrong in my right. Meaning this, if something is in my heart, you can't be combative about what's in my heart. That's my right. That's what I know. And until it's revealed to me through my growth and my maturity, that's what I know. Unless I'm in the mission of knowing and I just want to mislead people, which I want to say something to this whole world system right now. If you are misleading the people of life, then all you're going to end up doing is causing yourself death. Spiritually, mentally, and eventually physically. Death in a way that you're disconnected because our source is life. And when you cause other people to die in their purpose and in their mission because of your misleading, you're going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to pay for that. So that was just a nugget that I put out there. If you're doing it, stop it. Just stop. Because the end result is the creator is tired of all of this idolatry, all of these things that we're putting out before life. Life, the one that creates your daily breath, that's the only one that we got to agree on. Anything else, we don't even have to talk about it because it's a waste of time. Because we can agree to disagree, but we're not going to always agree. But what can we agree on? We can agree on life. So I want to have a little fun. Before we do that, I want to play one of our commercials for our school, for the principals of Blackness Cultural and Wellness Academy. And then I want to play one of our drops to the radio station. And then we're going to come back with Hold On, the change is coming. It's going to be a really amazing song once we actually put it together. I don't know if Sheba ready for this, but I'm always putting people on the spot. But you know what? I believe something. If it's in your heart, it's going to come out right. So just wait for a second and you're going to hear just a little bit of Hold On, the change is coming. But until then, we want you to know our initiatives here at Black People United.
We proudly introduce to you a new way of learning. The Principles of Blackness Cultural and Wellness Academy. The Principles of Blackness Cultural and Wellness Academy. It's brand new. It's our fundraising luncheon, and we cordially invite you. It happens April 23rd, 2022 at 12 noon at the BPU Epic Center, located at 691 Highway 138 in Riverdale, Georgia. The Principles of Blackness Cultural and Wellness Academy. The Principles of Blackness Cultural and Wellness Academy. Our mission: every child deserves to have the chance to have a good education, including our very own. And we want to be a vital part of helping provide just that. We ultimately want to become a part of all of the great changes of this world. But we need your help. We need your donations and or sponsorships to provide children worldwide with a good education and also provide vocational training. We aim to do our part in destroying the vicious cycles of poverty and ignorance that dwell deeply in our community. We want to provide our kids with the tools to build a great future. Your participation, your donations, your sponsorship can help. What will the Principles of Blackness Cultural and Wellness Academy provide? Our non-traditional curriculum includes aquaponics, herbal therapy, the 9 C's of character, and the principles of Kwanzaa, and much, much more. The guest speakers and founders, Dr. Angela Harris and Coach Siku Obadias, your founder and co-founder. Your tickets for this phenomenal groundbreaking event can be found at Eventbrite at principlesofblackness.eventbrite.com. Principlesofblackness.eventbrite.com. Your participation is definitely needed. The Principles of Blackness Cultural and Wellness Academy. The luncheon, April 23rd, 2022 at noon at the BPU Epic Center, 691 Highway 138, Riverdale, Georgia. With your help, we can give our kids an opportunity not to miss an opportunity. Get your tickets now for the luncheon that can change a life. We need your help, your donations, your sponsorship. We want and need to see you there. The best music, we play it all. The 60s, the 70s,
Let's stay together.
the 80s,
I'll let you go.
the 90s, 2000s,
Hey, for everybody.
and beyond. We have the best musical mix on the internet. We are Black I Am Radio. Lock us in and rip the if it's happening in the Black community, nationally or locally, you can best believe we're on top of it. We are Black I Am Radio. If it's happening in the Black community, nationally or locally, you can best believe we're on top of it. We are Black I Am Radio. News, information, talk, discussion, solution, and the best music on the planet. You can find it all on Black I Am Radio. Black I Am Radio. Yes, you are here.
And yes, you are here on Black I Am Radio, and you are at the Dr. Harris live show. Yes, if you're going to look for it in the community, that's what we do. We here to actually influence and enhance everything about our people. So it's a very, very amazing day today. It's been a little challenging, right before my show, it's always something trying to happen, but the end result, you can't shut me up because I'm born to speak. So, you can continue to try, you can try it, but you're not going to be successful because no weapon formed against me is going to prosper. And every word that rises up against me, every tongue shall be put to cease. So you remember that. You got to make sure that you're empowering our people and not trying to tear them down. But in the midst of it, guess what? It's an amazing day. It's an amazing day because I remembered, even after all of the obstacles, I am alive. I am well. I am healthy. I got my blood results back the other day and I was just so happy. And I said, thank you, Lord. My vitamin D was a little low, and that's for all melanated people. We have to stay on our vitamin D. We don't get enough sunlight and our skin requires that. So, but every other test, thank you, Lord, for your mercy and your grace. They all came back negative, not even close. So, and I got tested for everything, like everything. And so I thank God for that because, even with my back, and my neck from that car accident, sometimes, the pain is there but I really can say I am really blessed. And you're going to hear it. I'm going to say it all in this song. It's going to be called Hold On, the Change is Coming. But before we do anything else, I want to ask y'all, because one day I just woke up. I be waking up like this, y'all. And I just be coming up with all kinds of stuff. And I called Sheba. I was like, Sheba, you got to listen to this. Man, we got to do this song. And then she's like, okay, we gonna do it then. And Sheba, what is your response when somebody say great day or good morning? What is your and how you doing? What you say?
Powerful, like the wind on the ocean waves, centered in balance, all that amazing stuff.
And so everybody that encounters Sheba, they all that.
And then,
okay,
how you breathing?
Yeah, how you breathing? How you breathing? That's like almost like how you doing, but how you breathing. That's even more powerful. And so now everyone that encounters Sheba, that anybody that has ever encountered her, and she responds that to them. Now they find themselves saying it because it's contagious. See, one thing that we have to realize, contagiousness comes in two factors, negative or positive. When you put positive energy out there, you get positive contagiousness. Somebody is going to catch that. They might have been having a really bad day or something, but just because of your response, it lightens them back up. So make sure that we are being light in the midst of darkness. Yes. Okay. So Baba Oliver and Quinn, what we gotta do? I'm sorry, y'all, for putting y'all's names out there, but we gotta do this little freestyle. And so, if anybody really know me, I'm really shy. I'm just bold because the spirit in me is bold, but I'm really shy. Like, people don't understand. I remember when I was preaching all over the world, right before I used to always get the butterflies. And I realized the reason why I got the butterflies is because I just wanted to make sure that I was right in saying what I was saying. I wanted to make sure, that it was pleasing and, the one who chose me to speak sight. I didn't want it to be about me. And so I was always a little nervous because in any time that you're doing something for real and you're doing it for a cause and there's a mission in it and it's purpose driven, you should never get so comfortable in it that you think that you have arrived. Because at any time, as a vessel that is being used, you might think you gotta go in a place to say one thing and the spirit might speak to you and say something totally different. And you have to be in tune in order to transition that thought or that whatever it is that you have to say. So this song that I came up with, I said, yeah, you're going to be on this song. We got to do this song. He like, okay. And so, and then he be trying to mock me with some of the words and stuff that I say, like when he see me, I say, hold on. He just start saying what he going to say and like saying what I say, but he ain't gonna be able to say what I say too much longer because you're gonna have to get this verse together on this song because this is gonna be like an anthem. This is gonna be the Black anthem. Hold on, the change is coming. It's gonna be a really dope anthem because everybody is just gonna give their thoughts. But I actually put together, this is so crazy, but what I did was some of my songs that I wrote previously, that not just any songs, because I done wrote a lot of them, but the ones that have influenced me to be strong and to remind me of who I am, I'm putting a little tiny collaboration in this freestyle today. It's going to be a couple parts of a couple little songs that I did with my affirmations over myself. And see, the thing is, y'all don't even know who's sitting in front of me. And she looking at me like, yo, you really can't do this? Yep. Hey, I called Sandy the other day. I said, Sandy, man, on the 21st, I'm performing. I said, you know. She said, what? I said, on the 21st, I'm performing at the launch and at Soulful Thursday. She said, okay. I said, and I need 12 women. You know, I was fired up. I was fired up, Baba Nathan. I was fired up and ready to go. And so I told her, I said, listen, I'm going to do this song and I need 12 women. She like, okay, you want to get them from the audience? I said, nope, I want specific people. So let me tell y'all what encouraged this before we go to our song. So did y'all see the Oscars? I ain't talking about Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. I could care less about that foolishness. It just made us look foolish all over again. But there's this song, Beyonce, you know, I really never listened to Beyonce's music like that because I understand the transition of spirits. I'm very in tune with different things. But I did say by far she is one of the most greatest influential artists out here. And she got this song called Alive. And the video, all it is a lot of powerful women. But she also had the men in there too. See, I don't know if y'all caught that or not. But the first one, she said, my family. Then she came back and said, my sisters and me. And see, her family was some men. So if y'all haven't seen it, go watch the official video, Beyonce Alive. It was the one on the Oscars that she done, but it's a part of some movie that I'm going to have to see the movie just because of the video, because I want to see how compatible the movie is with her message is in the video. But she say, I feel so good to be alive. She did that thing, man. I'm telling you. She said, and I'm sitting on top of the world. But the whole thing is that she had all Black women surrounding her. Some of them was playing instruments. Some of them was, dancing. The other ones was, just doing a lot of great things. But then, on some of them cymbals and them drums and some of them instruments, she had the kings on there too, And so I said, you know what? I'm going to remake this video. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have about 8 kings. How you breathing? Okay, Keisha, I see you tuned in. Hey, Sandy. So I said, how you, oh God, they got me saying, how you breathing? That is not what I was saying. But I told Sandy, I said, yeah, I want 12 women. I said, and it's going to be powerful too. But I also said, I want to remake this video. I see how that video went with Beyonce, and y'all need to really go watch that video because it's really a powerful video. They start out with a woman riding on a black horse and her sisters was marching with her. And then they came and it was just really an amazing video, but it encouraged me. I'm going to make a video and guess what that video is going to be? It's going to be something like that, but it's going to have the men surrounding me instead of just women. And it's going to be about 8 women and we all going to be dressed like queens. And then all of our kings is going to be the armor. And because see, the thing is that a lot of times we focus on just the woman, but we have to understand that in order for us to give birth, yes, a woman carries the seed, but the king squirts the seed or plants the seed. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, y'all. The king, I didn't mean for it to come out like that. I am so sorry.
Oh my God.
The king plants the seed, and then the seed has to grow. I mean, it was real though. Y'all know I was telling the truth. But I'm sorry, I'm sorry. But The king plants the seed, and the woman carries the seed in order for the seed to grow. But then she's utilized to also bring that seed to life, to bring the life out on this earthly realm. And so I want to always make sure that we're incorporating the kings as well as the queens, because the holistic view of family, it can't be all about the women. First of all, yes, you lay there and you have a child, but you also lay there to receive the seed. And so we have to understand that we birth the seeds that we receive. How about that? We birth the seeds that we receive. And it's really amazing. And that's what family is. When the children see the men in order, they see the women in order, then that's their manifestation. They want to be in order too. But we show our children so much dysfunctionalness in our families. So anyway, let's go on and have a little fun. Oh God, am I really going to do this, y'all? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I'm really going to do this. I'm really going to do this. Okay. Let me get ready. Okay, we're gonna have to hear the beat. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna start the beat and let it play for a few seconds. Then you're gonna rewind it, and then we're gonna be ready. Okay, because we gotta get prepared for this beat. So you're gonna let it play for 1 minute, and then you're gonna rewind it. Then we're gonna get started, because I want y'all to hear this beat and see where I came from. But while it's playing at the beginning, we're gonna just be saying our little verse part, and Sheba gonna be doing the hook, and I'm gonna be helping her do the hook at times, and then we just gonna come in and we're gonna make this thing happen. How about that? Then we're gonna get back to talking about what this show is really about, and that is I choose life, I choose to live. All right, y'all. Okay. And y'all say he can. Oh. Hold on, the change is coming. The change is coming. Hold on, 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 the change is coming. The change is coming. Hold on, the change is coming. All right, we ready, doctor. We ready. DJ engineer, I'm ready now. I'm a little more pumped up now. Okay, I just have to hear that little bit of that. All right, y'all, here we go. Give us your feedback. Hold on, the change is coming. Hold on, the change is coming. The change is coming. Hold on, the change is coming. All right, here we go, y'all. I am powerful. I am strong. I'm about that life. Yeah, I'm born to fight. I'm a warrior in my mind. And I'm gifted. Yeah, that's mine. Yeah. You can take it, but I can fake it. See, yes, I'm blessed and highly favored. The change is coming. Hold on, the change is coming. The change is coming. Hold on, the change is coming. Hold on, the change is coming. Here we go. Change is coming. As I sit back and think about what I've been through, as I sit back and then I think about the things that I want to do, as I sit back and then it went, the change is coming. Hold on, the change is coming. Okay. As as I sit back and think about the things I've been through. I've been through hell on earth and only God has seen me through. Yes, I stumbled. I bumped my head real hard sometimes, but God was always by my side. He wouldn't let me die. One day I realized I couldn't do it by myself. So I cried out to the Lord, Lord, I need your help. He said, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. You were chosen, daughter. You have work to do. See, everything that you've been through was all for a purpose. You'll go before my people and transform their service. You'll go before them and what thus says the Lord. It's time out for the games, y'all. It's time for war. As I sit back and think about the things I've been through, it's not only for me. I got a testimony for you. A change is coming. Hold on. That change is coming. Hold on, yeah. Coming. Ooh, young blood change is coming. Hold on, the change is coming. Hold on. Give us a little verse, y'all. Anything. Coming. Don't feel what?
I'm the king.
Yeah.
You know a queen's and king, you know we strong.
Hey.
You know I build
What?
the mind.
Yes.
You know the mind is so strong, you know we
Change is coming. Change is coming. And change is coming. So y'all see what we going with this song? We gonna get it together, y'all. We just came up with a little something, but we gonna do it because we always have to have powerful information of ourselves. And then we have to remember the things that transitioned us into where we are today. And then also the things that's continuing to transition us into where we are going tomorrow. So we want y'all to hold on. The change is coming. Change is coming. Hold on. The change is coming. Change is coming. The change is coming. Hold on. The change is coming. So we gonna do something with that. You know, we got the little beat, and so we gotta get it together. But you know, we just wanted to do some freestyle and have a little fun today. Sometimes you have to be reminded that a change is coming, even when things don't appear to be what you want it to be. You have to still be mindful that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. What does that mean? Because a lot of people really don't understand that. What that means is, although something may be coming, you may not be able to see it with your visual, human, fleshly eyes. But hope makes you understand that the things that you don't see don't mean that it's not going to happen. It may not be the time, it may not be the place, and it may not be when you want it to be. But the end result is, if you have enough faith to know that whatever is promised to you is coming. A change is coming. We're going to not, it's going to get to a place that we're not shooting each other. It's going to get to a place that we are building one another. It's going to be to the place that we have our own government, that we have our own everything. It's coming, y'all. It's already being built. It's being built for some years now, underground. But the thing is that a lot of our people, they are fearful of what can happen to us. Man, did y'all hear that song "Nice" by Jay-Z and Beyonce? It says, "I can do anything," but he said he don't worry about jail. He was born in a trap. He don't worry about death. We all born to do that. That was a powerful saying, And see, there's words like that I pull out of songs, and it reminds me that when you are on a mission that the Creator gives you, you're not allowed to be fearful of what can happen. Right. You have to be able to stand straight and say, I have enough protection around me because I was guided and directed to do this. I didn't choose this. This chose me. And when it chose me, eventually I also chose it, because when I learned how to love me, there we go again, then I realized that this is it for me. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. So all of you leaders out there, I want to encourage you. If you have not healed from your past, quit leading. Quit leading. If you are still holding hatred and malice in your heart from somebody, quit leading. If you have not forgiven whoever done whatever they done to you, quit leading. Because teachers, you are judged more strictly than others. You have to understand that we are held accountable for the things that we know. So all of you who are listening today and that will listen to this message, because I am excited. Our last show, we have over 4,000 views in 5 days. And I was like, whoa. And then over 900 subscribers from 100. And I'm like, okay, what changed? And the creator told me, life told me, what changes is time. Before, the people were not ready. Now, the portals are open. The portal of readiness is open. My people are ready to receive me. And so I'm going to use my leaders to give them what they're ready to receive. But one thing that you have to realize is that you have to listen. So what I'm getting ready to talk about, and I want your view as a child, and Sheba called y'all youngster. You know, that sound kind of gangster, don't it? Come here, young youngster. You know, that sound kind of gangster. You know, I'll be listening to her. I'm like, wow, there's some gangster up in there somewhere. So you know, and then I want to hear from Sheba as well. And because, you know, these different conversations are necessary to rebirth and to change our people. So what we're going to do right now, before we actually go into the real message of today, I choose life, I choose to live. I'm going to allow any song or anything to be played right now. Matter of fact, why don't we play Yah's Jungle one more time so that those of you who did not hear it, they can hear what's coming from our children these days. The ones, you know, you can't despise them of their youth. You got to allow them to be creative, truthful, tell how they feel. Quit trying to shut them up. Now, we do have to make sure that they are respectful and respect. See, what we deemed as respectful, you know, even last year, I could say, there's a lot of people that are seasoned people, that they have the wrong idea about what respect really is. Respect is a mutual thing. You don't want your children doing stuff, quit doing it around them. You don't want your children saying stuff, quit saying it around them. You are supposed to be their number one teacher. But because they have so many things that are dysfunctional within their households, they carry that into the school system, to the point that they're committing suicide at school, killing each other, taking guns to school, taking drugs to school. And I'm talking about 8 and 9 years old. We are responsible for the fate of our children until they are old enough to understand their own fate. And you know what? Come on. You want to teach about children obeying their parents, but then you don't even obey your own parent. How is that? You try to teach things to your children, but you don't even practice them yourself. That is a problem, because instead of us doing what's necessary to get to the next level, we continue to adopt confusing behaviors, and then we wonder why our children are so screwed up. But you know what? Hold on, the change is coming. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. So we're going to go ahead and listen to Yah's Jungle one more time. And Yah does have a lot of other music. And so the next show, we're going to play another one of his songs. But we want to continue to play Yah's Jungle because, see, a lot of our children feel like they in the jungle. And that's why I asked him, what did that mean when you named it that song? Why? And, you know, sometimes they cannot articulate to the fullest why, but in their heart and their mind, they know why they chose that. So listen to them a little bit more. Listen, and you might learn something. Do not let people despise you of your youth. And even at 48 years old, I still have to remember that.
demanding. Sometimes I can't remember the answers. I'm getting frustrated. We're not that complicated. Stay focused, need more patience. Ask God for the mix of balance, the one that keep in this challenge. Full armor battle mission. Born with a nice vision. 3 days and have a purpose. My chest is so high pumping. My chest is strong, ready go. Distractions they come and go. Wicked enough, I do know. The surface here I will crush. I'm getting rising, no rush. Seeing so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop and don't you give up until you reach the top. Then there's more to come. I know that it seems so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop and don't you give up until you reach the top. And there's more to come. Run fast, run hard. Taekwondo car. Pull up, face up. Young kids stay tough. Toughen up tonight, give up, no doubt. Mind went up, mind 10 up. Eyes open, mind open, ears open. Keep hoping. I can't make this stuff up. My will matter, seafood platter, DC diamond, count back 10 feelings, now when peace be still. Good Lord's real, what's the deal? Won't stay still, how I feel. Be thyself, and that's real. I know that it seems so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop, and don't you give up until you reach the top. Then there's more to come. I know that it seems so hard. Keep on climbing, you will reach the top. Don't you stop, and don't you give up until you reach the top. Then there's more to come.
Yes, again, that was Ya and Ya's Jungle. That's an amazing song. Our children, if you teach them right, you're going to hear it coming out, when they do things that they're gifted with. One thing that I heard him say, that distractions, they come and they go. That's ministry, because there's always distractions everywhere you go. Where evil is, good is always present. I was looking the other day. It's so crazy that one of the videos that I did this time in 2017 or 2018, I just got on, I do things spontaneously. So before one of our other shows, when I had Black People United Radio instead of Black I Am Radio, right before one of the shows, I took a half an hour, and the message was, where good is, evil is always present. And I was looking at that yesterday like, wow, I've been speaking the same thing consistently for years and years and years. But you know what? I'm not upset, because in speaking those things, I have grown and I'm still growing. And so, some things you have to speak so that you can adhere to the things that you speak. That's why they say, the word cut sharper than a two-edged sword. All that means is that the same thing that you preaching and teaching to somebody else, you have to also apply it to yourself. So make sure, again, leaders, if you ain't applying that word to yourself, whatever it is that you're speaking to somebody, then you need to stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You got to stop it, because we continue to blame everybody else for the misleading and misusing of our people. But guess what? We're misusing and misleading ourselves more than anyone. Why? Because we didn't know no better until today. Because anybody that hear this word that I'm giving you, and it's not a church word, it's not a religious word, it is a spiritual word to let us know that we have to get it together in a way that we're not using other people and their power to influence us negatively, but that we are utilizing our powerfulness to help one another positively and collaboratively. So today, I got a download this morning, and that download, and I don't know what the creator is up to. I don't know what life is up to, but I do know that I'm having to speak more on a spiritual note to our people, and make sure that we're in alignment with what's going on in this world right now. Shouts out to Prophet Matthews. I listened to his live the other day, and it was so powerful. And it was telling us that all of the things that we're seeing coming to manifestation right now, it was already predestined. But our timing is not the timing of life. Our timing is our timing. But when you do things in your timing and not in the timing of life, things are out of order. And then you'll see how out of order they are by the responses and by the things that are not manifested. So I choose life. I choose to live. When I heard that earlier, what did that mean to me? Me choosing life was understanding that when I wake up every morning, it's not in my own power. So instead of me choosing me and doing things that I want to do, I have to choose life and do what I was designed to do, what I was born for, what I'm purposed for, and what's in the mission. I choose to live. That means that I choose to walk in life so that I can become all that I'm designed to be while I'm here on this earth. Every day that we wake up, we have another opportunity to get things right, to walk in our purpose, to complete the mission. And let me tell you something. One thing that I had to learn over time is this, kings and queens, princes and princesses. I had to learn that in everything, there is levels. There's levels of healing. There's levels of deliverance. There's levels to learning. There's levels to obedience. Because sometimes, for me, I can say for me, I was sort of obedient because that's the only, I was at the level of obedience that I knew how to be. But as I grew and I become more mature, my obedience is more than my sacrifice. See, I used to give. And I thought that that was something that would help me in life until I realized that sometimes I could be planting the wrong seed or giving to the wrong people or giving too much of me and me not absorbing enough of me. When I learned that in life, we all have assignments. That's where I was going. And my mind went blank, but it just came back to me. There's a lot of invitations that people will invite us to, right? But those invitations are not what you're supposed to chase after. What you're supposed to chase after is your assignment, because your assignment is what you were destined to do. And the people that you're assigned to are those who are destined to receive something from you to make them stronger and to bring their light out so that they can also shine in the midst of darkness. So when we talk about the religious tactics, I choose life, I choose to live. We have all of these different religions that turn into religious tactics because someone pulls out individual things that collaborates with what their lifestyle is. And then, because one thing about a leader is this, a leader is a leader, just like a gift is a gift. A leader can do one of two things. They can lead you to the light, or they can lead you to darkness. And what I had to realize is that there are a lot of people that are misleading because they don't even know who the true leader is. They have gotten to a place of thinking that they're on top of the world, or on top of this, or on top of that. And what they do is they utilize that because they still haven't dealt with their hurt. They still haven't dealt with their pain. But what they've done is they've buried it in a sense that instead of them dealing with the reality of what and who they are and the things that they're destined to do, they paint a picture of how they want their life to look. And then they run after that instead of running after purpose. The problem with that is the gift is as a leader. But when you lead somebody into the dark, you're going to be held accountable for that. You cannot keep misleading people when you haven't even led your flesh to your spirit. Wow.
Powerful.
I didn't even know where that came from, but let me say that again if I can, because a lot of times that I speak, I forget what it is that I say, but I think I can remember that. A lot of times, the reason that leaders are misleading because they have not yet led their flesh to their spirit so that their spirit can swallow up their flesh and be in order, out of order. You leaders that are out of order, let me explain something to you. This time right now, in 2022, the Creator gave me, you have to release people, places, and things. I'm going to say this every show because you have to realize that's what's going on right now. You have to make a choice. Are you trying to be compatible with what's going on in the world system or what's going on in your world? See, all of our worlds are different because all of our purposes are different. All of our accountability has to be different because if your purpose is different, then something about your accountability is going to be different. Mm-hmm. If your purpose is different, then there's something about your responsibility is going to be different. My responsibility may be greater than yours, but where much is given, much is required. And so we have to understand that it is now time for us as leaders. And then we have the leader of leaders. Now, when you're a leader of leaders, that means that there's a special anointing that has been distributed to you before the foundations of this world, right? And you know that you always have a message. You know, you always have. See, I had to learn my name. My name is Angela, which means angel, messenger angel. So I realized and I incorporated that when I was 10 people in my mind at one time and trying to find out who I really was, I had to incorporate Angela into my spirit. Because in my flesh, there was Angie. I mean, there was all these different people that I was trying to find out, who am I? What is my purpose? But when I started tapping into how to love me, my purpose was revealed to me. And I've been walking in it ever since then. But there's levels to it. Because just because you start walking, it's just like a baby. When they start walking, they still wobbling. They still falling a little bit, tripping over stuff and not even knowing how to carry their own feet. But at least they're on their way. As time grows and the more you study who you are and study the things that you know are in alignment with what your purpose is, then you become stronger. And now your walk is a little bit different. Your walk, you hold your head up high a little bit more. You're speaking a little bit more fluently and boldly. And then when you get to the point that you really walking, they say, man, it's something about her or something about him. Her walk says it all. You know what my walk say? I am powerful. I am strong. I'm about that life.
Yeah, that's my.
I am born to fight. That's what my walk say. When people see me from far distance, they know I'm coming. And you know why they know I'm coming? Because they see that confidence. They see that composure. They see that courage. They see all of the things that I have developed, but it was layers. And still, I'm not fully there. No one is. You can pretend as long as you want to be, but the end result, you shall surely be exposed. Let something happen to you. Let something happen to one of your loved ones. You go through something, and then we're going to see what level you really at. Because a lot of us want to pat ourselves on the back as if we've already arrived. No, we have to have enough humility. And see, the humility that I'm talking about is not the humility that makes you think that, you know, oh, woe is me. You know, no, the humility I'm talking about is to realize that somebody greater than me, something greater than me gives me life. That's my humility. I don't fear people. I don't fear places. And I don't fear things. The only thing that I do fear, and it's not a false evidence appearing real, it is a reverence to life. It's not meeting the purpose that I was created for. Way before the foundations of this earth, before my mother ever knew who I was, before she ever could name me, I was already named and my purpose was already intended, just like yours is. And so because of that, when we get this strength individually, how powerful do you think that we are going to be collaboratively? If everyone works on self-care, self-building, self-love, guess what? When you walk in the atmosphere of people with that compatible energy, you can come on in here and get some of this, because you know what? You ain't going to be able to tear me down because I already know. I know that I know. And see, what you know, you don't have to debate about. You don't have to argue with nobody because of their religious tactics. We don't even have to discuss that, because the end result is that light is going to shine in the midst of darkness. So now I want to turn this over to Sheba. When it comes to the things that I have said, how do you feel? What's your view on this thing?
Okay. Life first. When you said life, to me, life represents, I'm going to go piggyback off and just talk about man and woman, right? So life, the seed, the man, the womb, the soil. I am of this earth. So I need to stay grounded and deeply rooted. Be mindful of the grounds I walk on. Be mindful of my surroundings and who's trying to pluck from my branches. Life is there's so much consistency to life, and we have to be mindful. We need to be mindful of that. Live. I am free spirit all the way through and true. I have to remind myself to live life to my fullest, not the expectation of others. I pour it out into my young blood as well, because he needs to know that, and I need to be sure that I am upright as much as I can possibly be. However, not perfect. I'm as calm as I need to be as well. But when he see his mother before him, I am reminded that I am the womb, the soil, his father, the man, the seed. So therefore, my everyday is to live life to the fullest of how I see it. And that's where God has implanted in me. So I am a visionary and I see things near and far. So that's how I receive everything you have spilled out today, Dr. Angela, on so many levels. And that's you every time I speak with you. And it's out of respect to listen, hear, and see. And I'm very grateful to be united within such a powerful God. Oh my God, it's beyond measures. Let me say that. And that's what I have to say at this moment in time. I can go on and on. Oh, let me say this too before we move further. When you ask Yah about Yah's jungle, because you know him developing and getting to know himself, I respect that. So I let him name who he is. I let him make sure he's finding his way within himself. Grab the mic. You can hear me now? I don't even have to speak louder, huh? Okay. So that came about what I told my son one day, because here we are planting seeds, right? Going back to life and living. I said to my son, I said, son, what are you so afraid of? What are you so afraid of, son? You afraid to speak up and out? You need to speak up and out so your voice can be heard. It's a level of respect you have to have for yourself. So therefore others will know whom you are and respect you before you even open your mouth, son. So by the time the lyrics was written and he actually blessed the mic, I said, son, what's the name? He said, Yah's Jungle. And I said, well, mommy, respect that. And Dr. Angela, I know where you're coming from because my mindset was the same. Kids, and you're trying to figure life out and you want to know, and chaos, because we're talking trauma and seeds. So, yeah, life, live it. And I make sure I show that, not only say it to my young blood every day. And I also let him know I'm going to say this. I said, son, we're going to live every moment as if it's our last one. So make sure you're planting seeds and sowing them as you move forward. There you have it.
All right. So, yeah, let's go to you. I know you're 10 years old and you know, people remind you of that all the time. But a lot of the things that you say, there is so powerful. What do you think? Because I know that you absorbed what we were talking about today. What do you think about life and living?
Okay, so living is like you're living yourself, you're taking care of yourself, you're being blessed. Everything falls like a blessing. And it's rain and sunlight, that's still a blessing. It falls down like a blessing. It comes down like it's like a last of the breath of the power. And life is that you're enjoying yourself. You're thinking, you're thinking.
Let me ask you this, y'all. Let me help you out just a little bit, because I think if I steer you in the right direction, you're gonna catch it. I know you are, because you always catch it. So there's so many religions out here, right, y'all?
Yes, ma'am.
People believe what they want to believe in, right?
Right.
With religion comes religious tactics. Do you understand what a religious tactic is?
No, ma'am, I don't know what it is.
A tactic is something that somebody shows somebody or teach somebody to mislead them into the way that they want them to live. Did you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
A tactic is something that is misleading. Sheba, what we're doing is pull up the word tactic for me. It is a tactic. A tactic is something that somebody used to get somebody to follow what they want to follow. So there's a whole bunch of religions out here. The reason that we're mentioning this today is because we're talking about the things that have separated us as a people, and that continues to separate us as a people, because we dwell on it as if this is the only thing that can bring us together. The tactics are, if you don't believe this, or if you don't go this way, then you're not going to get to heaven or the next life or whatever somebody want to say. If you don't follow this religious tactic, then you're not going to get to God and you're not of God and all of these are tactics, right?
Right.
And so I came up with a mending factor to say this. If we wake up every day, all of us, and we understand that we don't wake ourselves up, then why even focus on the tactics? Why not focus on life? Life is the name that was downloaded into my spirit yesterday for the name of the creator that will be the compatibility for everyone to come together with. Understanding that none of us can wake ourselves up.
I got a question.
So,
I got a question.
go ahead. What's your question?
I have read this book. It's called A Place Deep Down Inside of Me.
Whew. Okay.
And it says, a space deep down inside of me where all my feelings hide. I have fear inside of me. And it is a whole book, and I love it. It speaks more about truth.
Wow.
And so with that book and what I said, what do you get out of it?
The book? Well, I get out of the book is what I get out of it.
Yeah, what you get out of it? What did that book mean to you when you're reading and you said that there's a place deep down inside of you? What does that mean to you?
That means that,
what's your understanding?
That means that a place that's your place, that's your blessing inside of you, that's your spinal cord, that's your brain, that's your frontal lobe, that's everything.
And so what I hear you saying is that what you look for, you can find it deep down inside of you. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, ma'am.
And so if we understand that there are separating factors, division, when you divide something, it's never at its full capacity. That's what division in math is showing us. When you divide something, it's never at your full capacity. And so, with that being said, if we're divided by religion, is that God's will or the Creator's will, or is that a tactic?
God's will.
I would like to read the definition of tactic.
Please do. I needed that.
An action or strategy carefully planned to achieve a specific end. Okay?
Absolutely.
An action or strategy carefully planned to achieve a specific end.
So when we have religious, not religion, because there's nothing wrong with religion. I want you to pull that word up too, religion. There's nothing wrong with religion, because a religion is something that you believe. And I thank God for that, because, I had to get that from my younger daughter in some of our learning of things that, we're going through, when it comes to certain words. But see, I never say there's a problem with religion. There is a problem with religious tactics. Do you have religion yet?
Yes.
Please read that.
The belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal big G God or little g gods. Mm-hmm.
That's a religion, right?
A particular system of faith and worship, a pursuit or interest to which someone ascribes supreme importance.
Absolutely. So there's nothing wrong with religion because we all have someone that wakes us up every single day. Now I want you to look up religious and tell me the difference. Because see, this is what we have to get to. We have to get to the truth of what's separating us. A lot of the things that's separating us are things that we don't even have to be separated by if we're only informed and if we're not ignorant of what it really is. What is religious?
Religious, relating to or believing in a religion. That's what it has. What is meant by being religious? Believing in God or gods and following the practices of a religion, a religious person, of or relating to religion, religious books, very devoted and faithful. She's religious about wearing a seatbelt, is how they gave a description. That was the description.
So let me ask you this. The word tactics. Mm-hmm. If we combine religious and tactics, what is that saying? It's somebody that believes in something that is doing something to teach somebody something to get to what they want to believe.
Yes.
And get out of it what they want to get out of it.
Yes.
That is religious tactics. That's what I'm talking about. I don't care if you're Muslim. I don't care if you're Hebrew. I don't care if you're Christian. I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care about none of those things. Most of us have inherited those things because of our geographical area, who our families are, and different things because we've been taught these things. But I'm talking about the tactics that say, I'm better than you. Oh, you're not going to get to this because you're not this. You need to know this because, see, the thing is that you have to understand that the Creator will reveal himself or herself or whatever you want to believe. Reveal himself or herself. The Spirit of the living God will reveal himself or the living being, the Most High, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. That Spirit reveals itself differently to different people. So how can it be wrong if the end result is that the one that gives us life gets the glory out of all of our stories at the end time? Right. How? What's wrong is when you have people that get on their own agenda, not on their agenda that was given to them, because I heard something in the Quran, in the Bible, and the Torah. We cannot try to elevate ourselves. And we have a lot of people that are elevating themselves and using religious tactics to pull other people in to what they're doing.
Right.
Separation. Who can we blame for that? We can't blame the white man for that. We could if we were at a place of still following, a white Jesus. We're past all of that. We already know that Jesus ain't white. We already know that the melanation has been around from eternity, from the beginning.
Yes, it has.
So we're already getting past the picture of the white Jesus on the wall and all. That's not even our issue anymore. Now we're fighting over things that a lot of us don't even fully understand.
That part.
So I choose life. I choose the one that woke me up this morning. I choose the one that kept me from dying in the midst of all of these car accidents. I choose the one that shielded me with a shield in the midst of gunshots and everyone else getting shot but me, and the gun is pointed toward me, not for me, but in a bad place at the wrong time, but I was in the right place because I was still protected. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I choose. I choose, the one that kept me in the midst of me almost losing my mind trying to figure out who I was. That's life. So if we can agree that all of us don't have the ability, none of us, matter of fact, I'm sorry about that. Let me rephrase that. None of us has the ability to wake ourselves up, but it's only grace and mercy and life that gives us life another day. As long as we can agree on that, what are we arguing for?
That part.
Now, the arguments come when you know that you're misleading somebody into your own agenda. Not the agenda that the Spirit gave. Well, it had to be the Spirit, but it wasn't the Holy Spirit. It wasn't the Spirit of the Creator, because the Creator is not the author of confusion. And a lot of these religious tactics cause confusion. So how can that be a part of the light?
Right.
It's not. It's a part of darkness. And because you've been walking in darkness so long, you don't even know what light is. And you argue with light and you go against light. But let me tell you this. The end result is that regardless of how you feel in your fleshly mind, body, and soul, the Spirit of life is what has true control. Because if life don't want to give you breath the next day, you will no longer be here. Try it. Mm-hmm. Let's stop all of this stupidity. I believe in my heart what I believe, because the Creator, the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning, the end, the first and the last, revealed. The Spirit revealed itself to me through different things. So how can you tell me that I'm wrong?
Right.
Now, when you're going after what somebody has told you, and you really don't even go to the real source, and that's learning